Alright, so I'm going to be showing how to open up and disassemble this HP Pavilion x360 Convertible model 14t-dh100. Alright, it's very small, but it's right there. Alright, I think we're going to need a JS1 or J1 screwdriver, or PH1, as well as a PH0, JS0, J0, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so there's a few screws here. There's one in this corner. You want to keep the screws in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. The way I do that is I put them flat side down like that on my desk in the pattern I remove them. So we got that screw. It looks like they opened this because there was a little hole there. And then there's this screw here. Okay. Obviously your laptop's probably going to have the little rubber foot there. If it has that, you do need to peel that up. Okay. So we got those two out. And then it looks like there's only two screws down here. So we're going to switch over to the J0 or JS0. Again, you should be able to use a PH0 as well. Okay, and we're just going to remove these two screws. Alright, once we got the four screws out, let's see if we can pop the bottom cover off. So the customer said it's not turning on at all. The charge light does come on, but nothing happens. So I don't know if we're going to be able to fix this one. It might be a dead motherboard and be very expensive, but we'll find out. Right, so I'm going to get my fingernails in the gap there, and then I'm going to push with my thumbs on the palm rest. Okay, the palm rest, make sure not to push on the touchpad. We're just pushing on the palm rest area. So like that, and we'll go over here, do the same thing. And you can see it kind of popped out already. If it doesn't pop out from there, you might have to go around the sides. Obviously, you can use pry tools. You don't have to use fingernails, but that's what works for me. All right, so we got this open now. Okay, set the cover aside. And here you can see the battery here. We're gonna go ahead and remove the battery, okay? Looks like there's three screws at the top, one here, two here, and then you got two at the bottom. So let's go ahead and remove all those screws. Again, keep them in order because they can be different size, shape, and lengths. We're going to see if doing a battery reset is going to fix it. And actually, I think the only issue is the power button is disconnected. Well, let's go ahead and disconnect this anyways, just so you can kind of see. I wonder what happened, why their power button got disconnected. Maybe they dropped it at one point and the impact caused it to pop out. I noticed their screen was kind of coming out as well. Anyways, we're gonna go ahead now and lift the battery up, and you gotta slide it down this way because the way the battery connects. Battery model is HT03XL, and you can see the model is HP spare part number is L11119-855. All right, there you go. Okay, so clean that up. Alright, and we're gonna dust this out because the fan does have like some brown dust there. That looks like maybe from smoke, maybe incense or something like that. So I'm gonna clean that up and then I'll be back. Alright, I'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, we're back. As you can see, it's all cleaned out. So I'm not gonna be taking all the components out. If you want to see how to remove a lot of them, you can actually watch a few of my other videos. I show how to do this on others. There's an M.2 PCIe NVMe SSD under here, one screw. After that, it pops up slightly and then you can pull it out. You got a 2.5-inch SATA hard drive here. It connects over here, and then this cable connects here. These have little flip latches that you flip that up and then you can pull the cable out easily. The rubber you would actually pull and it flips up that way to pull that out. Okay, and then you would transfer all of this over. You want to be very careful with this cable because when you peel this foil out, you don't want to damage this connector. And then you have to remove that. There's broken plastic bits in here. There's a keyboard connector here. There's the flip latch to open that. Touchpad cable is going underneath here and probably is connecting. Is that actually connecting underneath the motherboard? I see a cable going under there. Interesting. All right. You have the power button connector here. So I'm going to lift that latch, make sure that's in all the way. And we're going to lift this latch. And we're going to get this one back in. Let me actually zoom in here so you can see. Okay, so this little black plastic latch goes up, and then you can get this cable in there. So I don't know how this cable would have popped itself out. That's really strange, but there we go. And then we'll slide that latch back down. Okay. All right, you got the LCD LVDS connector right here. If you're going to mess with this, after disconnecting the battery, you do want to open up the laptop and press and hold the power button for at least 15 seconds after removing the battery to drain any residual power from the capacitors. If you don't, you can fry the cable, you can fry the connector, you can fry the backlight circuit, you can fry your screen, you can fry like all those pieces, so be very careful. You want to make sure to do that. All right, you can see there's the USB and headphone jack, or whatever you want to call that, headset jack, 3.5mm jack. There's a speaker connected right here. These, you grab the wings, you wiggle and pull it out. You got one wireless antenna here. So this laptop only has one wireless antenna. There's the wireless card. One screw, it pops up slightly at an angle, and then you can pull it out. You got the DC jack charge port connector here, which goes underneath this hinge. So if you need to replace this, you do need to undo this screw and then flip the hinge up. Okay, what else is here? Sorry, I'm tucking that back in. This is the speaker, and I think that's about it. Is that a cable? No, that's some foam. Yeah, I think that's about all I'm going to show. There's one little cable here that also goes into the screen, and that's likely for the camera and microphones maybe. Alright, so anyways, let's go ahead now and put the battery back in, and hopefully that was the only issue. I'd be surprised, but yeah, I don't know how that happened. Okay, so we're going to get this battery, line it back up. Okay. And then we're going to push that back down. I'm going to try and push that up a little bit. Alright, and let's go ahead and get these screws back in and then see what we got. Other than that, that's probably all there is to it. Oh, one other thing, I can show you guys the RAM. So if you're going to replace the RAM, you actually don't need to take the battery out, or like the RAM, the hard drive, the SSD, you don't have to take the battery out to do it. But if you're worried that you might drop something on the motherboard, then it'll be a good idea to pull the battery out and then do the power drain anyways. Okay, so there we go. We got all the screws back in. Let me show you the RAM. So there's this metal plate here. I just get underneath with my fingernails to pop it up, just like this. Okay, can be a little tricky, but you just go around. Again, obviously you can use plastic pry tools. Not everybody has fingernails or are gonna wait for their fingernails to grow. Some people don't want fingernails, so there you go. All right. So here we have two slots for RAM. You can pull the two tabs to the side. Be careful to hold the stick so when it pops up you don't let it fly out. And this is an 8 gig PC4 2666V. So you can use any PC4 2666V RAM. You can get two 16 gig sticks if you want. But yeah, all right, let's get this in and then latch that back down. And we're gonna go ahead and put this back in. Make sure that the things line up with the clips. Okay, take that out. And then go ahead and push these all back down. All right, so there we go. We'll get a thumbnail here, and then we'll put this back together. If that didn't work, then I don't know what else. Also, disconnecting the battery and then doing that power drain helps as well. Oh, the bottom cover has some dust in it that I need to clean out, so let me do that real quick. Sorry, I know it's offside of the camera, but I'm brushing it into the trash can next to me. Okay, there's actually also broken plastic there, so yeah. I wonder what caused that to come out like that. That's so strange. Okay. Ooh, lots of dust. Okay, so we're gonna just get this back lined up. Click this all back in. I really hope that was the issue, and then we'll just get these 4 screws back in and we should be good to go. Alright, so get that one. This one. Putting it on top of the adhesive. Alright, and then we got the 2 other ones. Make sure that you switch over to the JS or J0 screwdriver. Okay. That one in. And this one in. Alright, so there we go. Let's go ahead and flip this back over. And then we'll go ahead and power it on, hopefully. Alright, we got the power button over here. And I do see the power button lighting up. After disconnecting the battery, because it does act as the CMOS, BIOS, RTC real-time clock battery, keep in mind it's probably going to take a while to power on even if it's working okay. So that's very important to take note of. Alright, so we're going to give it some time here. I do see the power light still on and the screen lit up, and here you go. It says CMOS reset, press enter to continue. It turned itself off, so maybe it's already going. Alright, and I see it lighting up again. So we should be good to go. There we go. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is to it. Again, hopefully this video helped you guys out. If it did, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share my channel with others so that they can learn how to upgrade and repair their devices as well. And if helped you save a bunch of money, please consider contributing a little to the channel. Every little bit helps and allows me to continue making these videos for a living. Alright, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Shop this. Bye.